You wake up every morning, walk to your bathroom, and put a product inside your mouth. Twice a day, every single day of your life. And most of you have never once stopped to ask what is actually in that tube. Your mouth absorbs faster than your skin. Whatever goes in there crosses through gum tissue directly into your bloodstream within minutes. I'm Jay. I went through FDA complaint records, EWG toxicity data, dental research journals, and real lawsuits to build this. 11 toothpaste brands that failed the people trusting them, and 5 worth putting in your mouth. Stay until the end because number 1 on the bad list is in over 100 million American bathrooms right now. The brands that failed you. Number 11. Arm & Hammer Advance White. Arm & Hammer built its identity on baking soda. The Advance White formula buries that trust fast. Whitening comes from hydrogen peroxide and abrasive silica used together at concentrations the Journal of Dentistry linked to measurable enamel erosion with twice daily brushing. Your enamel does not grow back. The formula also contains SLS, which the American Academy of Oral Medicine connects to increased mouth ulcer rates. The baking soda heritage on the front is real. The formula on the back is a different story. Cons. Abrasive silica and hydrogen peroxide erode enamel permanently. SLS linked to increased mouth ulcer rates. Whitening built on abrasion, not chemistry. Enamel loss is irreversible. Baking soda branding masks a harsh formula. Price? Around $5. Number 10. Colgate Optic White. The word white appears so many times on this packaging, it starts to feel like a medical promise. It is not. Independent dental researchers found the primary whitening mechanism is high abrasivity silica combined with hydrogen peroxide, producing statistically significant enamel thinning over 6 to 12 months of daily use. The formula contains PEG12, flagged by the EWG for potential contamination with 1,4-dioxane, a probable human carcinogen. Synthetic fragrance sits alongside it, in a product going inside your mouth twice a day. Cons. High abrasivity silica causes long-term enamel thinning. PEG 12 flagged for 1,4-dioxane contamination risk. Synthetic fragrance in an oral product. Whitening claims overstated in independent testing. Measurable enamel loss with daily use over 12 months. Price, around $7. Number 9. Tom's of Maine Whitening. Tom's is the brand health-conscious families reach for when they want to do the right thing. That trust is being exploited. Whitening variants use hydrated silica at abrasion levels researchers classify as moderate to high risk for daily use. Tom's was acquired by Colgate-Palmolive in 2006, a fact the brand has never prioritized disclosing. Several variants contain carrageenan, flagged for links to intestinal inflammation in animal studies. You swallow small amounts of toothpaste every brush. That matters. Cons. Owned by Colgate-Palmolive, rarely disclosed to buyers. Whitening silica rated moderate to high abrasion risk. Carrageenan linked to intestinal inflammation in animal research. Natural positioning creates unearned safety assumption. Swallowed residue compounds ingredient concerns daily. Price? Around $6. Number 8. Charcoal toothpaste. Every brand. This is not one brand. This is an entire category running one of the most successful health misinformation campaigns in personal care history. The ADA has not given a single charcoal toothpaste its seal of acceptance. A 2017 British Dental Journal review analyzed 50 charcoal products and found particles too large to remove stains, but abrasive enough to scratch enamel. Most contain no fluoride, removing the one ingredient with the strongest clinical evidence for cavity prevention. You are paying a premium to scratch your teeth and skip the protection. Cons. No ADA seal of acceptance for any charcoal toothpaste. Charcoal particles scratch enamel without removing stains. No fluoride means no cavity protection. British Dental Journal found zero whitening efficacy. Premium price built entirely on a marketing trend. Price, around $10 to $20. Did you ever buy charcoal toothpaste thinking it was the healthy choice? Comment, charcoal lie, below. Let's see how many of us got sold on that one. Number 7. Close-Up Red Hot. Close-Up has been selling fresh breath confidence since 1967. SLS leads as the primary cleanser. Propylene glycol sits third on the ingredient list, helping everything absorb faster through gum tissue. Synthetic fragrance hides an undisclosed scent mixture. The red gel color comes from artificial dyes the EWG rates as moderate concern, sitting against your gum tissue twice a day with zero oral health benefit. Cons. SLS as primary cleanser directly against gum tissue. Propylene glycol drives faster absorption through gums. Artificial dyes rated moderate concern with zero oral benefit. synthetic fragrance in a twice-daily oral product. Discount price built on cheap, harsh substitutions. Price, around $3. Number 6, Aquafresh, triple protection. Triple protection sounds like 3 distinct clinical benefits. What you actually get is fluoride, SLS, and saccharin, standard in mass-market toothpaste for 40 years with no evolution. The formula contains PEG6 and PEG32, flagged for potential 1,4-dioxane contamination. It also uses titanium dioxide, a compound the IARC classifies as a possible carcinogen when inhaled, and which the EU restricted in food products in 2022. Children swallow significantly more toothpaste than adults per brushing session. Cons: PEG6 and PEG32, flagged for 1,4-dioxane risk. Titanium dioxide restricted in EU food products in 2022. Triple protection overstates a 40-year-old formula. Children swallow meaningful amounts per session. SLS and saccharin completely unchanged for decades. Price, around $4. Number 5, Colgate Total. Colgate Total was for years the only toothpaste FDA approved to claim gum disease protection. That approval was built on triclosan, which Colgate quietly removed in 2019, 3 years after the FDA banned it from soaps, with no public announcement. The reformulated version still contains SLS, PEG12, synthetic fragrance, and saccharin. EWG rates it 5 to 6. Removing a banned ingredient silently and keeping the clinical positioning is not reformulation. It is damage control dressed as product development. Cons: triclosan quietly removed in 2019 with no announcement. EWG hazard score 5 to 6 despite clinical positioning. SLS and PEG12 remain in the reformulated version. Clinical trust built on a formula that no longer exists. Gum protection claims now rely on a weaker active stack. Price, around $6. Number 4, Pepsodent. Pepsodent taught America to brush. The legacy is real. The formula is not worthy of it. Pepsodent today contains SLS, artificial sweeteners, synthetic fragrance, and FD&C blue. Number 1, flagged for possible behavioral effects in children and banned in several European countries. In some international markets, Pepsodent formulas have contained triclosan, FDA, banned from U.S. soaps in 2016. Legacy does not make a formula safe. It just makes people stop questioning it. Cons: FD&C blue. Number 1, banned in several European countries. Triclosan found in international variants. SLS in a brand marketed heavily to families and children. Historic trust shields a poor modern formula. Synthetic fragrance in a twice-daily oral product. Price, around $3. Number 3, Sensodyne Pronamel. One of the most dentist-recommended toothpastes in America. It provides genuine sensitivity relief, but the label misleads in one specific and important way. Pronamel hardens existing enamel. It cannot rebuild enamel already lost. A 2021 review in the Journal of Clinical Dentistry confirmed no consumer toothpaste regenerates lost enamel tissue. The brand also contains SLS in several sensitive formula variants, despite the well-established link between SLS and oral sensitivity. Cons: enamel strengthening claim overstated, cannot rebuild lost enamel. SLS present in sensitive formula variants. 2021 Dental Review confirms no consumer toothpaste rebuilds enamel. Clinical positioning exploits dentist recommendation trust. Label language technically accurate but practically misleading. Price, around $8. Number 2, Crest 3D White. 7 decades of Crest trust. The 3D White line uses hydrogen peroxide, high abrasivity silica, and blue coverine, a blue pigment making teeth appear whiter by visual illusion, not actual whitening chemistry. EWG rates multiple variants 5 to 6. Sodium saccharin was once listed as a possible carcinogen before consumer pressure led to its removal from that list. Not because the science was resolved, because the evidence was deemed insufficient at the time. Cons: blue coverine creates optical whitening illusion, not real results. High abrasivity silica combined with hydrogen peroxide damages enamel. EWG hazard score 5 to 6. Saccharin removed from carcinogen list under consumer pressure, not resolved science. 7 decades of brand trust masks an aggressive daily formula. Price, around $8. Number 1, Crest Pro Health. Crest Pro Health has the highest FD, a adverse event complaint volume relative to sales of any toothpaste in the category. Thousands of verified consumer reports document brown tooth staining, taste disturbance lasting hours, and oral tissue sloughing where the inner cheek and gum lining peels away. Procter & Gamble acknowledged the staining issue on their own website while continuing to sell the product with no label warning. A toothpaste that stains the teeth it is supposed to protect, sold by a company that knows it and says nothing, did not fail by accident. Cons. Highest FD. A adverse event complaints relative to sales in the category. Documented brown staining from stannous fluoride interaction, oral tissue sloughing in thousands of verified cases. P&G acknowledged staining with no label warning added. Sold unchanged despite known adverse effects. Price, around $7. Now you know what to put down. Here is what to pick up. The 5 that didn't fail you. Number 5, Burt's Bees Whitening. No SLS, no artificial sweeteners, no synthetic fragrance. Hydrated silica at a low abrasivity score well within the ADA safety threshold. EWG score of 1. One of the cleanest whitening toothpastes at a drugstore price. Pros. EWG score of 1. Low abrasivity within ADA threshold. No SLS, sweeteners, or synthetic fragrance. Safe for genuine daily whitening use. Drugstore price with a clean formula. Price? Around $6. Number 4. Hello Anti-Plaque and Whitening. Tea tree oil and coconut oil as primary antibacterial agents, both peer-reviewed for reducing oral bacteria without disrupting the mouth's natural microbiome. SLS-free, dye-free, fully transparent ingredient list. EWG score of 2. Not ideal for high cavity risk individuals, but for clean ingredients and gum health, one of the most honest formulas available. Pros. Peer-reviewed antibacterial agents. No triclosan or SLS. EWG score of 2. Fully transparent ingredient disclosure. No artificial dyes or synthetic fragrance. Cruelty-free across the product line. Price? Around $7. Number 3, David's Premium Natural Toothpaste. Made in the USA. Uses nanohydroxyapatite, the compound making up 97% of tooth enamel, as its primary remineralizing agent. A 2019 clinical study in the Journal of Clinical Dentistry confirmed it performs comparably to fluoride for remineralization in low-cavity risk adults. No SLS, no PEGs, no artificial sweeteners. EWG score of 1. Pros. Nanohydroxyapatite, clinically comparable to fluoride for remineralization. EWG score of 1. No SLS, PEGs, sweeteners, or synthetic fragrance. Made in the USA with fully disclosed ingredients. 2019 clinical study confirms enamel surface rebuilding. Price? Around $10. Number 2, Sensodyne Repair and Protect. The one Sensodyne formula that earns the clinical positioning the brand applies to its whole line. Novamin technology deposits calcium and phosphate directly into open dentinal tubules, confirmed in the Journal of Clinical Periodontology to provide genuine structural dentin repair. Low abrasivity. Fluoride at ADA, recommended concentration. One of the strongest independent evidence bases of any sensitivity toothpaste available without a prescription. Pros. Novamin deposits calcium phosphate into dentinal tubules directly. Peer-reviewed structural dentin repair, not a surface coating. Low abrasivity, safe for sensitive daily use. Fluoride at correct ADA concentration. Clinical claims backed by independent research. Price, around $9. Number 1. Marvis Classic Strong Mint. Marvis makes no dramatic claims. No enamel rebuilding in 3 days. No 12-hour bacteria fighting. A genuinely clean formula. No SLS, no PEGs, no artificial dyes, no synthetic fragrance, fluoride at the correct therapeutic concentration, and a flavor that makes people actually want to brush. Dental researchers consistently identify brushing compliance as the single biggest driver of oral health outcomes in adults. Formula unchanged since 1958. No lawsuits. No FDA complaint spikes. No quiet reformulations. That consistency is worth more than the price on the tube. Pros. No SLS, PEGs, artificial dyes, or synthetic fragrance. Fluoride at correct ADA, therapeutic concentration. Formula unchanged since 1958. Zero complaint or lawsuit history. Flavor-driven compliance. The most underrated factor in oral health. Fully transparent ingredient list with no loopholes. Price, around $12. Twice a day, every day your entire life, you put something inside your mouth and trusted the people who made it. 11 brands proved that trust was misplaced. 5 showed it is genuinely possible to do this right. Tonight, flip your toothpaste over. Read the back, not the front. The front is a billboard. The back is the truth. Subscribe and hit the bell. Next video covers the mouthwash brands running the same playbook. Drop a comment right now. Which toothpaste from the bad list is in your bathroom?